Do you have a bunion and you're worried that surgery is your only option? Do you have a bunion and you're not sure what you want to do with it? Make sure you watch this video. I'm going to go through the top 3 lessons that I have learned from treating bunions for over 20 years. My name is Daniel Fitzpatrick from Sydney Foot Solutions. I've been a podiatrist and my area of expertise is in bunions and treating bunions, particularly without surgery. And I'm going to take you through the top 3 things or top 3 mistakes that people think about bunions, have associated with bunions, and don't seem to know about bunions. So the number one thing is that if you're going to take anything away from this, make sure you don't wear tight shoes. So you can still wear heels, you can still wear feminine footwear, but the reality is just make sure none of your shoes are too tight. I see that all the time where people wear shoes that are really tight, particularly runners and their casual flats as such. And I find that it really accelerates the bony growth that we would associate with a bunion. So if you get nothing else out of this video, just don't wear your shoes too tight. If you're looking for a way, so say you've just spent $200 or $300 on a set of runners and you think they're too tight, but what can I do about it? Take the inner sole out. This is just window dressing. It's not a big deal if you take it out. All of the cushioning's in the midsole anyway. So take it out and it won't place as much pressure around your big toe joint, and you'll feel much more comfortable and you'll slow down the development of your bunion. The other one is that people seem to think that if your mum or your dad or your grandmother had a bunion, is that the number second myth is that if you've got the genetic traits that lead to a bunion, you're always going to get a bunion. And the reality is that you can avoid getting a bunion if your mum and dad has passed that down to you. In fact, we see this all the time, and we're able to help people achieve this together to avoid getting a bunion, even if their grandmother has one, their mother has one, their sister has one, whoever has one. The reality is that what you will find with this is that bunions are due to the way you stand and the way you walk. And yes, there is a genetic element with bunions, but you can actually improve the way someone stands, the way they walk, and actually start to strengthen the relevant areas so that you can get a bunion to come back into a better position. And you can also improve arch and ankle alignment through manual therapy, strengthening, stretches, orthotics. There's a whole range of different ways. The way we do it is through a gentle hands-on technique where we work on correcting that level of alignment and then we strengthen the relevant tissues to support those changes. So there is a lot you can do with bunions. Just because you've got them or it's a potential inherited trait, there's a great deal you can do for a bunion. And number 3, the common mistake that I see is people don't treat it early enough. So if you have any sign of a bunion, I would strongly encourage you to get on top of it sooner rather than later. The reality is that the sooner you treat it, the more options you will have with a bunion. And that's why we offer our 60% off initial bunion assessment. You can come in and get it checked out just for $40 and get professional advice for your bunion. So make sure you click on the link if you're interested in that. But what I would say is most people don't realize that there is a conservative management approach where you can avoid surgery in most cases. And I would strongly advise you to get on top of that sooner rather than later. The sooner we see your bunion, the more we can do for your bunion. And you might say, how do you do that? So the way that we do it is that you come in for an assessment, we see if it's relevant for you. We then send for a weight-bearing x-ray to check what's going on in there and check the level of bunion development. And then we come up with a plan. And the way it usually works is it's a series of manual therapy sessions where we work on correcting that level of alignment through a gentle hands-on technique. And then we use laser therapy to break up the pain and the inflammatory response. And we give you some home exercises that take about 3 minutes a day. We do a before and after x-ray. We do show you the differences within your bunion. It's usually, in fact, we see about 150 bunions a week through our clinic. We see stacks and stacks of bunions. And if this is something you'd be interested in, make sure you check out our website at sydneyfootsolutions.com.au, where we've got a 60% off initial bunion assessment and we can help you avoid surgery.